Hello, top 7. Welcome to your 8th immunity challenge. We said goodbye in a Survivor First to 2 voluntary exits last week. First, Trey, in Trey Harris form, left us just as we were getting to the first vote. And then when I revealed that a second vote would be forthcoming, then Fiona chose to exit the game. So we are down to our top 7. But before we begin, I just have a couple questions. My first question is for Colin, and that is, how did that feel watching Trey and Fiona leave back to back like that last week, one after the other? Were you expecting that?
No. I wasn't really expecting it. It came as a surprise to me. I was pretty mad about it. I think everybody in this room knows why. Because they were my friends and they meant a lot to me. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was kind of left in the lurch, kind of just left stranded at sea. But I don't know, man. I mean, we'll figure something out, I guess. I've made it this far, right? Like, I must be doing something right, you know?
There is a reason you've made it this far, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, Emily, so then I want to ask you too, do you feel like your return to the game really starts tonight since you had immunity last week?
No, because when I came back, a lot of people reached out to me for, potential, screwing up, but like, no, not screwing up. I don't know the word for it, but like potential brain games. I don't know. I do feel like I personally returned today because I have stakes in the game now, but like my presence, like I can't talk. I'm sorry. No, I don't think I returned. I returned today. I started playing when I came back.
All right, fair enough. Definitely the slack is a big part of the game, so it's not to be taken lightly. Well, I'm so happy to see you all. Why don't we get down to business? Okay, so what is the challenge tonight? Well, the challenge tonight is a returning challenge from season 1, which is a game of I Challenge You. If you watched season 1, this was our 2nd episode, and the way that the game works is this. We have put together a bracket. We have randomly paired you together for the challenge tonight. When you are paired up with someone, I will do a coin toss. The first person listed in the bracket's going to call it. And then whoever goes first, I will tell you what your category is. And it will be something like reality television shows. If you get to go first, then you will say, I think I can guess 10 reality shows. And then it goes to your opponent. Your opponent can either up the stakes and say, I can guess a higher number, and it doesn't have to increase by just 1. You can increase it by however much you want if you believe that you can do it. You will then, it goes back and forth until one of the contestants says, I challenge you. So say one person said, I think I can guess 15 reality shows, and their competitor says, I challenge you. Then that person has 60 seconds to get a minimum of 15 reality shows. Oh, and one more thing. There's an important thing I forgot to tell you all. 2 of our players bid on items at the auction last week. Emily won an advantage at the next challenge, and Jordan, they won a disadvantage. So, Emily, your advantage is that you are automatically moving on to the second round to the top 4, which means you will not be competing in the first round. Jordan, your disadvantage is that if you are the one that gets challenged, so say you say a number and someone says, all right, you have to guess that number, then you actually have to guess 2 more than what you originally guessed.
For the whole game?
Just for the first round. If the other person, if you challenge the other person, then they actually have to guess 2 fewer than what you challenged them on. Okay, great. So now you both are aware of your auction items, which unfortunately you or fortunately for you, Emily. All right, for our first bracket, we have Chava facing off with Georgia. All right, Chava, since you are first on my bracket, you are going to call the coin toss.
Heads.
It is heads, which means you
God.
get to make the first, you get to say the first number. And your category, the 2 of you, is winners of CBS Survivor.
Okay, I think I can do 5.
I can do 7,
8.
9.
10.
I challenge you.
Okay, a challenge has been made. You have been challenged to name 10 winners of CBS Survivor.
Okay, I think I can do it.
I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, go, and then 60 seconds will be on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Natalie Anderson, Bob Crowley, Yule. I don't know his last name, but from Cook Islands. I'm nervous, but I can talk. I'm talking. I said Chris. Fuck. Adam Klein. Wait, what am I at? I should have been keeping count. Earl Cole. Richard Hatch, I think. I said Yule. Did I say Todd? Todd Herzog, that dude.
Just the first names.
Okay, Todd. Ethan. There was an Ethan. Frag.
10 seconds.
Oh, fuck. I mean, Chris. I said Chris. Richard. Todd. There's a Todd. I said Natalie.
And time is up.
Frack. These nuts. What?
I have the final number. Chava, you correctly guessed 9 winners of Survivor CBS. Unfortunately, your number was 10, which means you are not moving on. Georgia, we will see you in round 2. That brings us to the second bracket in our mini tournament tonight, and that is Nora versus Colin. Nora, you are first in my bracket, so you are going to call the coin toss.
Tails.
It is heads, which means Colin, you will be going first.
Okay.
And your category is shoe brands.
I can name 10.
11.
I'll go for 12. Why not?
Challenge.
Okay, we have a challenge has been made. Nora has challenged Colin to correctly identify 12 shoe brands within 60 seconds.
Are there even 12 shoe brands?
60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Nike, Adidas, Vans, Jordan, Keds, Skechers, Crocs, Birkenstocks, Converse, Gucci makes shoes, The Prada, Louis Vuitton, they all make shoes. Keen, that's a brand, Keen.
10
Uh,
seconds.
Does Dickies make shoes? I don't know. Oh my God.
And that is time.
Okay.
Good news, Colin. You correctly identified 14 brands of shoes.
Shit!
Colin, congratulations. That means you're moving on to round 2.
Shit.
Nora, unfortunately, that means you are out of the challenge tonight. And we're going to have our third match, which is, you may have guessed, Jordan and Carlie. Jordan, you are first on my bracket, so you're going to call a coin toss.
Heads.
It is tails.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, but you also lost your coin toss last season.
Thanks.
So your category, and Carlie, you will be going first with the betting, is United States state capitals.
5.
I could name 8.
This is hard. This is very hard. I would like to challenge you, Jordan.
Okay, early challenge. I just want to remind our audience there are 50 state capitals available, and our challenge is at 8. Though with Jordan's disadvantage, they are actually going to have to name 10 state capitals.
I'm just gonna name stuff. I don't even know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
All right,
Ew.
60 seconds on the clock. As a reminder, Jordan must come up with 10 United States state capitals within 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sacramento, Olympia, Carson City, Springfield. I know it's not New York, but I'm trying to think of like the city that it actually is, and it starts with an A, but I don't know it. Is Miami, Tampa? I don't know any of those. Houston, Austin, Detroit. This is just so embarrassing. How uneducated I am. Portland. Arizona. Santa Fe. I bet that's one. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque. That's an important one.
And time.
Love you.
Jordan, you correctly identified 6 United States state capitals.
Oh, I really said a lot of cities there too.
This
good job,
means,
Carlie.
Carlie, you are going to make it on to the second round. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Jordan, end of the road to tonight's challenge. That means advancing to round 2 to join Emily is Georgia, Colin, and Carlie. So for round 2, the first pairing is Emily and Georgia.
No, Emily's a genius.
Let's toss the coin. Emily, you are at the top of my bracket, so you'll be calling the coin toss.
Tails never fails.
Except right now, it did.
No.
This means that, Georgia, you will be betting first. And your category, Emily and Georgia, is species of tree.
I bet that I could name 4. I bet I could name 6. Challenge.
All right, a challenge has been made. Georgia has challenged Emily to name 6 species of tree in 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Joshua tree, bonsai tree, cactus tree, birch, dogwood, weeping willow, apple tree, palm tree, coconut tree, redwood tree. Did I say pine? I think I said pine already. Maple leaf. I think that's a type of tree. The larch. There's a Monty Python skit with tree names. Coconut. No, coconuts grow on palm trees. Never mind. No, do they? Coconut tree. Cherry blossom tree. They grow in DC every year.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay. I said.
All right, and that is time. Emily,
Mhm.
you have successfully named 6 trees.
Yay! Wait,
I think it was.
What did I name overall?
I think it was 14.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, congratulations, Emily. You will be moving on to the final round. I'm sorry, Georgia. Unfortunately, this means this is the end of the road tonight.
I never would have known that many trees existed. Congratulations, Emily.
All right. Thank you, Emily and Georgia. For our second and final matchup of round 2, we have Colin and Carlie. Colin, you are at the top of my bracket, so you get to call the coin toss.
Tails.
It is heads. That means, Carlie, you will start off the betting.
Okay.
And your category is Winter Olympic sports.
Okay, I'm a guess 4.
I think I could do like. Oh, I could do like 8.
All right, Carlie, what do you got?
Yeah. What do you got, Carlie?
I have a challenge.
All right.
Okay.
I hear a challenge.
Okay.
Carlie has challenged Colin to name 8 Winter Olympic sports in 60 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Luge. Ice hockey. Curling. Figure skating. Speed skating. Skiing. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, my heart. Oh my god, there's like 7 different kinds of skiing. I can't remember the names of them. We got figure skating. Oh, bobsled. Fuck. Oh, is cross country skiing one of them?
10 seconds.
Maybe. Oh my god, snowboarding.
Time, Colin. Although there might have been a dispute on regular skiing, it doesn't matter because you still correctly identified 8 Winter Olympic sports. There are a number of different kinds of skiing sports in the Winter Olympics, but you did get your 8, which means you will be moving on to the final round, facing off with Emily.
I don't know if I really want to go up against Emily, but she named like 14 different kinds of trees. Like,
unfortunately, Carlie, that means it's the end of the road for you tonight. Thank you. Well played.
oh my god.
All right, Emily, if you would like to join us, please, on screen. Our final 2 of the night are Colin and Emily. They are vying for individual immunity at this week's elimination.
Oh my god.
Emily, you are at the top of my bracket, which means you get to call the coin toss.
Tails.
It is, in fact, tails. That means, Emily, you will be starting the betting off. Now, for the final category to determine who wins individual immunity, you will be looking for movies that pass the Bechdel test. Now, I will remind you, in case you aren't familiar with what the Bechdel test is, that the Bechdel test is, if you pass the Bechdel test, that means that the film has 2 female characters who have names that speak to each other, not about a man. So, Emily, you won the coin toss, which means you are going to start off the betting tonight.
I challenge you to name 5 movies.
God damn! Let's go with 6.
I challenge you to 8.
Okay, then name 8. Do it.
Okay, all right. So we have our final challenge of the night. Colin has challenged Emily to name 8 films that pass the Bechdel test. 60 seconds on the clock. Emily, your challenge is 8 films in 60 seconds.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Carol, The Old Guard, The Handmaiden, Rafiki, Jennifer's Body. How many was that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, I can't tell you that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Miss Marvel. No, Captain Marvel. That's what the name is. Shoot. Cold War. I think I named that. No, I didn't. Cold War. Love Actually.
10
Blue
seconds.
The Warmest Color. If Beale Street Could Talk. The Help.
All right, and that is time. So I've got the final word from the producers. Emily, you correctly identified 11 films, which means you have won the challenge tonight. And you have gained individual immunity at our elimination. Congratulations, Emily. You made it back in the game last week, which got you individual immunity from your return, and you have snagged individual immunity yet again, and you will be safe this week heading into elimination. Congratulations to everyone on a game well played. Sorry for the additional stress put on you. I know this game can be a little stressful for me to watch, but I have fun. It's always a good time. And with that brings us to the end of our 8th immunity challenge on season 2 of Survivor TTS. Until next time. Welcome, Team Mahogany Balsam Bath and Body Works Candle.
What's even the point of doing them anymore?
Let's look at the facts here.
These are some smart cookies.
Strategies are going to change a lot.
I mean, it happens to the best players.
It's kind of scary at this point.